Later cannot readjust. Yeah. So, very good morning to all the ACC members and also the guests who are here. I also see the more members in group is here too. Thank you for coming visiting. And today's topic is quite very simple. So, a very normal, simple topic that I happened to choose. And I also choose a fictional character for us to, rather than just pointing out anybody or ourselves, a fictional character that we can apply it. And this individual fictional character, avatar, is nothing but a representation of each one of us here. And from the picture that you can see, a boat, right? To point out here. So the boat where Maya is the fictional character, we can understand. And one of the boat that she is holding on is the cross. And another boat that she is holding on to is a boat that is full of cash. So cash. And she's a representation of our real world right now, that we are holding both the things in terms of materialism. So what is materialism? And it is the day-to-day stuff that we buy, and the materials that starts from maybe phones or clothes or gadgets. So whatever we wanted to feel, to buy more and more and more, that makes us to feel okay. Until then we want to keep buying more and more. And these are the stuff. In the developed countries, in the rich countries, people may treat possessions as a proof of their successful life. And the developing countries, maybe the youth, their values are changing these days in the developing countries, that there is increasing stress among the youth and also push for satisfaction, and which makes them to buy something new to feel themselves accomplished in life, the material things. And academic research-wise, if you see, that it's also suggesting that the Christian faith often means it is less materialism. So it is a negative influence you can see. And that means that we can have our own self-control in our own life. We can have the self-control. So these days, the pull towards acquiring more and more material things is getting stronger these days. And when I say pull, what is pulling us? What is pulling towards us to buy more? I mean the strong feeling that is inside ourselves. It is saying, buy now. It's like a magnet in our heart. Buy now, buy now. And maybe we have your smartphone, the applications in your smartphone like Shopee, Lazada, TikTok, and it often says once in 15 minutes, flash sales, and only 2 items left. And we think that if I don't buy right now, I lose it. That's a pull. That's a pull magnetizes us to keep buying more. Maybe you go to the Central World or the Mall Bunkapi, and you see the 70% off. Today is the last day. Or you're just walking past in the Mall Bunkapi and you see a shop with the music, lights and perfume of wonderful fragrance, and automatically your legs is going to move towards inside. And if there's a 0% installment for 10 months, we end up buying, and the bill stays the same. Whatever maybe the installment, we feel that we also wanted it, and that there's a pull that I'm meaning here. And some of the reports that say, if you notice, that Apple, that consumers, they spend over $1 billion, right? Maybe that's during the holiday season, just in few days, that amount of applications that the people they happen to subscribe is more. And the shoppers, maybe 1/3 of the shoppers, they add up their debt. That means that they don't have money, they happen to use their credit card and happen to buy up to worth of 40,000 baht worth they have borrowed money. They are in debt. And the USA, for example, the holiday spending is also about to surpass $1 billion that is anticipated. And let's come back to the Maya story-wise. So let's say Maya, our fictional character, her phone is buzzing 12/12. 12/12 shopping deals. That is December 12. That's where that is the sellers, retailers, they want to clear their products to make way to stock new products during New Year. Other customers, they wanted to buy something to give as a gift during Christmas or during New Year time, they wanted to give us a gift. So she says that I will be just to look at the two things in the cart. I'll put some two items in the cart, Maya might say. And she might also think that I want maybe a new earbuds, they'll be thinking. And mine is a bit of very old, and her friend has purchased one, and that evening she might see a new discount given by the company, 0% for 10 months she went to the sleep, and Maya, do you think she'll have a peaceful sleep? I don't know, if she has enough money, it is fine. Otherwise, her joy is going to become worrying. Maybe she made a wrong decision. Sleeping is not that deep, good sleep. And please read along with me, Matthew 6:21.
For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
So, absolutely right. So if my treasure runs after the deals and the brands only, then my heart runs there too, away from peace, away from God. We can ask ourselves, that is, does the advertisement say only today, almost gone? Are they giving any pressure? Am I thinking everyone has it, all the products of the world, that if you don't buy, I lose the face? Or am I using 0% now, so I don't think that about the total cost? So how to break the pull? You can breathe and you can pray for 10 seconds. Jesus, you're my master, not the money. So you can wait for 24 hours, keep it in the online shopping cart, and you can decide to buy tomorrow, or use one in, one out approach, one in, one out. That is, if you buy one shirt, give another shirt, that you can sell it or give it, donate it. So Maya could apply that. So continuing with the story of Maya. So next day the app again shouts at her, that is, there's a deal, and now she drinks water, prays, waits for one day, and she doesn't need it any longer. Thereby she can save 800 baht, let's say, and she can sleep very well. So you can think yourself, where did the pull try to control you in this week? Maybe the flash sale, or the mall sign, or the 0% installment. And what's the one small change that you like to make today? So the pull is real, but Jesus offers a better master and a better strategy he has. Just a quick statistics wise, so the Maya, we'll see into Maya, and so statistics wise, what we see is almost a $4 billion worth of digital products. We cannot ignore the digital subscriptions these days. We are living in 2025. Amount of money that we happen to spend or being tempted to buy, splurge money, has amazed these days in digital subscription. Let's say you have 100 applications in your phone. Out of that, maybe hardly 5 or 10 applications you might use on a daily basis, not every. So what made you to buy on the first hand? That is the key point. So I think it is a reality, whether you have an Android phone or iOS, the tons of subscription, paid subscriptions you might have, which one are you really using? Let me get some water. You can see Maya standing on the one foot on the boat, with one side with the cross and another side with the money. So what will happen if both maybe I'll ask this question to Bella. Bella would like to answer. So what will happen if both the boats, right, the two boats are here, what if the boat starts moving? What could happen? Or anybody else? What could happen? She's going to fall down. So,
well, she has to jump fast to one or the other.
Yeah.
But she has to choose one or the other.
yes, a wonderful thing, yeah. So she has to choose any one before she falls. And that happens in our heart. So when we try to follow God and also to serve money, we fall, we fail. And let's read Matthew 6:24.
No one serves two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other.
No.
You cannot serve both God and
Send
money.
on the ACC.
Two masters means two bosses giving two different orders. Let's say you're a teacher, you had to report to two bosses in your school and two different orders you receive. Maybe from principal who says looking at you telling that participate in the sports day rehearsal today. But the head of the department says no, go to the exam duty now. And if you have to report to the two bosses, to whom are you going to listen to? And you'll be stressed, the teacher will be stressed, right? So you can't fully please both. The same case with the election, the US election or Thailand election, you have only one cast and vote to cast. Right? Whether you have to choose to, in Thailand, move forward party. I think we might know move forward party or Kuwait Thai party. So any one of the vote that you had to place on any one. Same with in America, that Republican with a Democrat on the same ballot that you have to choose any one. So Maya would say, I love Jesus, but she also feels I have to keep buying the things that makes her feel okay. So her weeks might look like this. So in a normal day, Maya's life will be that time will be pulling her, the time that she spent in prayer, and at the same time the quick scroll, she wanted to scroll, she wanted to pray, she had limited time. At the same time, she wanted to keep scrolling on her mobile phone to see are there any last minute deals. So simultaneously she wanted to work out both at the same time. And money would be whispering, so money, keep that 10% sales for yourself, Maya. But God is generally saying her, be generous, give away whatever you save. And she'd be confused. And Jesus says, you're loud, but the advertisement screams. That is, buy now. If you don't buy, it's not based on the personality that you choose the brand, whether you want Mercedes-Benz or Toyota Altis or Vios, and what kind of products you have to choose. If you don't have that, you're not a human and you're not worthwhile living in a society. That's how that advertisement, the push and position make you to buy. So it's like standing in two boats at once. So Maya's heart would be pulled into two different directions. And serving money brings worry and comparisons. So they have, we're not me. And we check the prices more often, we rather checking on the people. And the home, our home becomes screens. We just keep on using a smartphone or laptop into virtual world. And so that's why Jesus said that we cannot be serving the two masters. So which masters shape our choices this week? So whether your schedule or spending or giving, if your money is keep winning, so if that she happened to jump into the boat where money has been placed, then that they will be drifting one point of time with the money, along with the money, and she'll be sad and disheartened. And so good news is that we don't need more stuff to be secure. We need one master, that is Jesus, who gives rest for our hearts. That means a peace for our hearts. So we are looking back at the same Maya standing between the two boats, and Father, you are my master on one side, and the wealth she is serving as another master. So let's read together Luke 12:15.
Shall be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in abundance of possessions.
Yeah. So if, let's say during the Friday night, any given Friday night, Maya opens the Grab Foods and the coupon says spend $2.99 baht and get 120 baht voucher for tomorrow. Right, $2.99 baht you spend and you get the voucher to buy tomorrow. She wants only one dish, but the app adds combo plus some dessert, and so the voucher don't have to be wasted. So she happened to spend more to eat, and the voucher expires by tomorrow, and that's a nice offer, she thinks. So that become a master. Money become the master. But Jesus wants us, watch out that the life does not consist of in abundance. That is materialism wise, it's all bit limited, money is limited, everything is limited. And how to practice these in our real life is that, so Maya can pray for 30 seconds when she happened to be tempted. Is this wise? So when she is tempted to buy the coupon, if you don't want the combo offer, when you go to KFC or McDonald's, you'll be thinking, I don't want drinks, but this comes as a combo and maybe a good deal, I wanted to buy, even though you don't want it. So is it a wise decision? And so you can pray, so asking for peace, is it a wise decision? Maybe she wanted to order only one dish, and what could happen is that she don't have to indulge herself into the pressure and submit herself, and rather she has to pray God to find a solution immediately. So there are several examples we could see on a day-to-day basis. Please read the next Matthew 6:33.
But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well.
That's right. So we need to seek the God's kingdom first and the righteousness that we have to follow, and is going to give us all the happiness in our life. And so, each one of us are wise, and we have the widest experience that we have learned from our life. And where are we right now in terms of materialism? So we will see that. So Maya, which is the fictional character again, and here up in the TV advertisements, that you can see that TV advertisements or social media sites, these are all influencing or causing to reach the materialism, again going to influence the compulsive buying behavior. So we don't have to conform to the patterns of the world today, and we can transform ourselves by submitting ourselves to God. So please read Romans 12:2.
Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will.
Yeah, so we don't have to conform to these patterns of this world. So we can transform ourselves by submitting ourselves to God. And move on to the next. So those arrows that's pointing to the middle, that is direction. Okay. So those arrows that you see pointing towards in the middle, erosion of social trust, right? Erosion of the social trust. So what we see from here, that is, we need to be quite watch out, and those who want to get rich fall into temptation and trap into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destructions. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people eager for money and have wandered from their faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. That means when we move away and jump into Maya, jump into those boat that is full of money, and she'll be with a lot of griefs, even though the money may give her maybe the short-term benefits, but it's not on a longer term that she can gratify. So only God could rescue us. So from materialism, the arrows goes towards maybe the previous one. Let's see. So from the materialism, it is moving all the way to the compulsive behavior disorder, right? Compulsive disorder. So that's also that we need to be aware. We should not submit ourselves to this Satan. 1 minute. So materialism says that I am safe, and when I have more, and don't have to worry. And so Maya, but she might worry about the money all the day, and she'll be working longer, and she wanted to sleep less, and she wanted to feel, she might be feeling tired deep inside her heart, because Maya seemed to be eroded with the social trust. This is one of the interesting findings, that is, people who are fond of money, right, the materialism, their erosion of social trust occurs, erosion of social trust. The meaning is that we no longer have the friendship or the loving bond with each one of the members. We just forgo all those. And it is going to lead to the moral decline. And it is also famously known among every one of us. As a society, we need to be quite very vigilant and very careful, knowing the values upheld by each and every individual youth, or even the society-wise. So where are those people looking for? Is it the money, materialism, or simply are they happen to look into benevolence of others, concerns? And so otherwise it is going to ruin the people's life with the pressure. They wanted to focus only on money first. It is going to increase their pressure, and we don't have to succumb ourselves to the pressure. So the problem is not money itself. So it's when the money becomes the master, and anxiety is going to increase, and the joy that you have is going to drop. And you can read Ecclesiastes, okay, and you can read 4:6.
Better one handful with tranquility than 2 handfuls with toil and chasing after the wind.
So materialism is leading to the erosion of the social trust now. And materialism is leading the people to treat others like a tool. When they see others, they don't see that as a friend or the loving concern. They see them as a tool. At home, you have less time. You don't have time for the parents or kids or with your fellow mates. You don't have the time, because you'll be spending most of your time with your smartphone, spending in social media, TikTok or YouTube, and the TV, which all increases the pressure. So the friendship becomes just transaction. So until you get something done that you don't want to deal with. And so trust also gets very thin as a result. And please read Philippians 2:3-4.
Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others.
When we stop valuing the peoples, maybe the families cracks, or the marriages hurts, or the friendships is going to fade. So these are all part of the erosion of social trust, because we place importance for money, and the erosion of trust is occurring. And after the trust breaks, the shortcuts, we look for the shortcuts, little lies, and we cheat, and we envy at others, we cut the corners, and lose our conscience, we forget, and we keep quiet. Even if there is anything happen against the spirituality, that we keep quiet. And please read, that is James 3:16.
For where you have vanity and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice.
Thank you. So the chain is very clear. Materialism raises fear, trust erodes, and behavior is going to decline. And this is not to shame any of us here, but to name the danger, and we need to point at the better way. So dear friends, Jesus gives us a better way, and we can seek His kingdom, and peace will grow, and the love is going to bear good fruit. Let's read Matthew 6:33.
But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well.
So let's keep this quite simple, that seek first means that Jesus first. And here are the 3 steps that you can do on a daily basis. Firstly, you can pray. You can pray out loud, a short prayer. And Father, you lead me today, give me your wisdom and choose your way. And secondly, you can say, the words, so the verses from the Bible. So one verse you can choose, one small obedience. Lord, what do you want me to do this verse, based on a verse today? Maybe it's to forgive, to say sorry, or to encourage someone. A small one step you could do. And thirdly, you can do money and time under Jesus. So before I tap that buy button, you can ask, do I need this now? Is this wise to buy? Maybe 70% offer or a buffet or the combo offer. And Maya's response could be, Maya sees the flash sales, 15 minutes left, and she could stop and whisper, Jesus, you are my master, should I buy? She waits one day, 24 hours she can wait. Next day she sees she doesn't need that. So the money she could save, maybe she can buy some eggs or a rice for her neighbor where the person has lost the job. And seek first, peace grows, and love bears fruit. So what peace looks like? It is less rushing, less pressure. You can have a peaceful sleep, deeper sleep, and you can have a calm heart, even when the bills are real, so you can have the calm heart. So Jesus is our shepherd, not the money. Money is not our master. So what is your week's plan or New Year resolution going to be? I think you know that by now. Probably you could pray first on a daily basis. When you have the difficulty in making a judgment, then you can seek answers through the prayers. So 24 hours wait time on the non-essential items. We're all consumers of goods and we buy on a daily basis. So you can just wait for 24 hours. You don't have to succumb to the pressure of the sellers. Sellers are there to motivate you to buy immediately, otherwise no deal. So Jesus you can put first. That is, I put first Jesus. That's what your answer should be. And lead my day and guide my spending, grow your peace in me, and to make the love bear fruit. This is how you can pray to Jesus. So the conclusion might be that, so peace grows. So seek the first his kingdom, then peace grows, then love bears fruit. So finally, kingdom strategy in a material world. So friends, here's a simple strategy you could have. That is on the left hand side that you see the Jesus kingdom, and right hand side is the material pressure. So what we have to do is that we don't have to succumb to the advertisements or comparisons or hurriness that is caused because of the material pressure. So Jesus said, you cannot serve both God and money. So our move this week is to realign our habits towards Jesus and not towards the money or the pressure, and pick one small shift or changes you like to implement maybe this week or the New Year resolution wise. Pray first before you touch the smartphone. The phone that you have, you can pray before you touch, and you can say that to bless someone in this life. So the pray in the sense that you need to be cautious. You should not get captivated to maybe TikTok or YouTube video. So let's just pray, and you don't have to carry it over when you take a mobile phone. I think these days smartphone or the laptop connected to internet seem to be the real killer these days. And you can put the phone down at the home when you are in the home, and to bring down the hours that you used in your mobile phones or videos or pixels, that time that you spend, you can bring it down. And for Maya and for us, Jesus promises that seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and these things will be given to you as well. So let's say it together. Jesus, you are my only master.
Jesus, you are my only master.
I choose your kingdom over material pressure.
I choose your kingdom over material pressure.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Brother.